Welcome to Conversation with Africa's Next Generation. My name is Dr. Jones Ofuasia. In a world where negative stereotypes and colonial era caricature of Africa and its new generation predominate, we aim to create content that help to balance the story. For sure, African countries have had their challenges, but many young African people continue to make a difference in academia, in arts and culture, in science and technology, in finance, economics, and across every field of human endeavor. Young people of Africa are excelling. But rather than tell the story of Africa's successes, the international media continues to project the same old-fashioned colonial era narratives. These narratives does not represent Africa or its new generation today. This is the reason why we aim to create this content to tell the real story of Africa today. If any of these issues interest you and excite you, wonderful. We invite you to like, to share, and to subscribe. And do not forget to hit that notification bell for me. Thank you. Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good.
You look very good.
Thank you.
As always, you look really good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, let's talk about some of the issues that face our young people. I recently ran into this new college graduate
Okay.
who shared with me that he found a job. He got a job.
Oh, that's good.
He's very good. I was very happy for him
Yeah.
until he told me how he got the job.
Okay.
And I got really sad about that.
Why so?
Well, Tracy, this young man went for the interview and they told him he did very well. And so he asked them afterwards when he can expect to get started, to start the position. And somebody from the hiring committee hinted to him that not so quickly, he needed to bring some tea. He needed to buy them tea.
No, we call it chai.
Chai, right.
Yeah.
So I thought, at first I thought, well, okay, maybe something to socialize and celebrate the job. But that wasn't what they meant. They were asking him for bribe.
What?
Yeah, they ended up collecting 500,000 Kenyan shillings from this young man.
That's a lot of money. How did this guy get this money?
Which is the question.
Yeah.
I asked him that. And he shared with me that he didn't have the money. Understandably so. He's just a college graduate. Where's he supposed to get 500,000 shillings from?
It wouldn't make sense to have such kind of money just from school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people who work even don't have that money.
True.
Because they have to pay for their bills and utilities, and they don't save their money.
Yeah.
And if people who work don't have their money, where's a college graduate supposed to get it?
Where?
Tracy, you just graduated. Do you have 500,000 shillings?
No, I do not. I don't even know the first place to look for 500,000 shillings.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's the problem, right? But he mentioned to me that his mom was able to get a loan to help him out.
So basically, it's like they got into debt to get a job.
True.
And how much would this guy be earning to even pay back that money?
Tracy, that's the really unfortunate thing. I think they're starting him out with about 20,000.
Okay.
Right? And think about it. After the deductions, right? And after he pays for his accommodation and transportation and communication and life support, he's basically in deficit. He's in the red. I don't think there's ever a way he's going to pay that money back.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have an opportunity to save.
No, not at all.
Maybe say, my savings, I'll be paying the debt. He can't. He's literally signed up himself to a life of debt.
True. Very true. And that was what saddened me, Tracy.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, maybe if he decides to take the job, right? And that's his decision. And I think he's even paid the money, so he is taking the job, right? In that case, he's lucky that at the very least, he has a mom who has access to a loan of that amount.
So true.
I think that there are many young people
Mm.
whose moms or dads don't have that access.
Yeah.
Plus, there are many young people who don't even have moms or dads. What happens to them?
It's like they don't stand a chance.
They do now.
They don't have the opportunity. They literally all odds are against them.
Right.
Yeah.
All odds are stacked up against them.
Yeah.
And this is why, for me, I think that situations like this raises all kinds of ethical questions.
Yeah.
What do you think about
I
that?
think so too. I mean, let's start with the most obvious one: bribery and corruption.
Yes.
This is like big.
Yes.
500,000 is not a little sum of money that you can raise in like a few. Even if you held Kenyans, they like to do fundraising. That amount of money cannot be raised in a fundraising.
Yes.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
Let's talk about something like leadership failure.
Wow, that's
From
big
the
deal.
older generation.
That's big deal,
These are
Tracy.
the people we are looking up to. They're
Yes.
supposed to teach us the ropes.
Yes.
If you're taking 500 shillings from me
Yes.
and I'm young, I
Yes.
have no source of income.
Yeah.
What are you showing me?
It's
That
like robbing your kids.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to tell me that it's okay to bribe. It's okay to give out bribes, which
Yes.
is not okay.
Yes.
Yeah, another thing we should be talking about is the fact that they're denying this guy an opportunity.
Yes.
Denying a lot of youths opportunity to work,
Yes.
to make a life.
Yes.
There's another thing of exploitation.
Yes.
You're taking money from people who do not even have a source of income.
Yes.
That's exploiting them.
Yes. Tracy, I totally agree with you 100%. In fact, as I see it, it is these older generation who's supposed to give a bonus package
Yeah.
to a young graduate to help him get started, right? They're supposed to welcome this young man
Mm.
or maybe a young woman and congratulate them for working so hard to graduate
Yeah, so true.
and give them this job
Yeah.
and give them some kind of a bonus package
Yeah.
to get them to help them rent a house,
Yeah.
to help them buy some clothes so
Yeah.
they can come to work looking sharp and professional,
Yeah.
to help them basically get started in life.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be the other way around. At least that's what I think,
No,
Tracy.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
And let's not even forget
Yeah.
society's moral depravity and
Oh
decadence.
man, that's a big one, Tracy.
I mean, you can be skilled and everything,
Yeah.
but if your morals are wrong,
Mm,
what do you have to offer? That's how
mm.
bribery continues to take root.
Yes.
If I'm not good, if I'm good for my job, they'll
Yes.
take me because I'm benefiting the company.
Right.
But if my moral standards are below,
Yes.
it means that I can do anything,
Right.
and that's wrong.
Yes. And this older generation that practice these kinds of things,
Yeah.
exploit young people, they
Yeah.
are morally depraved.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
It's wrong.
Shame on
you.
every
Yeah.
single one of them for doing that.
Yeah, I shouldn't exploit a young person. Exploit anyone at that.
No, you shouldn't
No.
exploit people,
Yeah.
especially not our young people. It's like stealing from your kids.
Yeah.
How can you do that?
It makes no sense.
No, you, Tracy. Well, how can they do that? How can they do that? They should never do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally wrong because I mean,
Yeah.
what was the point of raising a whole human being if you're going to just make them suffer?
Right. That's unfortunate, really. So for me now, the question is it okay that our society has normalized bribery and corruption, like you said?
No.
Is it okay that we continue to exploit our young people, as you
Absolutely
mentioned?
not.
Is it okay to deny opportunities to young people just because they don't have the access to get money to give to some old, greedy bastard
Mm.
that is greedy for gain?
Yeah.
Should
Strong.
we even live like this?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's wrong, not
Mhm.
just morally.
Yeah.
It's just very wrong
Mm-hmm.
because this older generation is supposed to be teaching the young generation the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
If I am the finance manager,
Mm-hmm.
I have finance assistants.
Mm-hmm.
I should be teaching them to take this job because at the end of the day, I will retire.
Absolutely.
If I retire and there's no one to take that position,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't it mean that there's a gap to be filled? And if
Yes.
there's a gap, there's no progress.
True.
There's
Very
zero
true.
progress.
Very true.
You're literally teaching people to just stay there.
Right.
They can progress
Yes.
even for themselves.
Yes.
And if I'm not progressing,
Yeah.
that means the whole country is not progressing.
Yes. and we can't perpetually be backward,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this is why the world looks at us and with disrespect
Yeah.
because of these practices.
Yeah. Thinking the youth is a problem, and the youth are not a problem.
No. It's the older generation that is the
Yeah, we
problem
don't have
here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you stack up odds against me and I cannot move for it, it's like a barrier.
Yes.
How am I supposed to progress?
Yeah.
This is why people escape. They escape Africa to go somewhere else because
Right.
the opportunities there are a lot.
Right.
And that's where you hear terms like brain drain.
Mm.
No, someone is thinking about themselves. They're thinking, I can progress here.
Right.
Why should I continue living in a life that I know very well if I go somewhere else, I'll be living a better life.
Right. So that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Because as you know,
Yeah.
I myself did the same thing.
Yeah.
Even though I was born in this continent,
Mm-hmm.
I ultimately had to leave because of issues of this nature.
Mm.
So you're exactly right with them.
Yeah.
So, of course, this particular issue we're talking about is happening in Kenya and in East Africa.
Mm.
But I can almost bet that the same situation happens in West Africa, perhaps, in South Africa, perhaps, in North Africa, perhaps. And we would like to know, would we not, what's happening with our audiences in other parts of Africa?
Yeah, we do. Tell us your story. If you know someone who's gone through this or you have experienced this, tell us, just share your story on the comment section. And also feel free to tell your friends to come and watch and also give their input. Anyone is welcomed to say what they think and share the thoughts, because this is a platform to talk about all these issues, because if we don't talk about it, we're encouraging these people to continue. We're encouraging bad behavior. And you know what they say?
Yes.
Our problem said is half solved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about it and we can stop this.
Yes.
And I know you're thinking out there, it's just me. What can I do? I'm a young person. I can't do anything.
Yes.
But if I decide to talk about it, someone else decides to talk about it, someone else takes action, this is how revolution starts.
Yes.
I do something, you do something, all of us, we do something in our way, wherever we are.
Yeah.
It shows that we are moving. And if a lot of people join the revolution, we're helping the next generation.
Absolutely, Tracy.
So that the next generation doesn't say the older generation did nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you are exactly right. If we work together, we can confront this issue.
Yes.
As the saying goes, that united we stand. And so we need to unite on these issues to send a very clear message that enough is enough. We are on the side of our young people, undoubtedly, 100%. And you're right. Many young people say, well, what can I do? What can anybody do? Right? But we're saying to them that there's a lot we can do together. Right? They don't have the capabilities or the resources or the technology or the whatever. But this platform exists for them to speak their voice. Actually, we dedicate this platform to our young people to speak their mind. We want to hear their thoughts. We want to hear their opinions. We want to hear their voices. Their stories. We want to be able to bring them in, pipe them in, stream them in, and ask them this question and have them articulate their stories, like you said. That's what we want to do. Absolutely. So, guys, you now you know what we think. Tracy and I, now you know what we think. We do not think that society should disempower you or take away from you. We believe that society, the older generation, should give to you, right? They need to contribute to you. They need to support you. That's what we think, right? Now, we want to know what you think. What do you think? Do you think it's all right for the older generations to be asking you for 50,000 shillings just to get a job? We don't think it's all right, Tracy.
No, we don't.
So what do you think? All right. So write your thoughts, your opinion, your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for us. Until next time, be well, and we'll talk to you next time. Tracy, this has been really good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the conversation.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Absolutely.
It was delightful.
Good. Great.